From Archive to Design, Part 2. Today we want to talk about how to choose your design elements for a small collection. Last week I showed you this double page with colorful shapes that I want to use as inspiration for a small collection. And my goal is to finish an artwork, to have a digital file at the end, at least one digital file. So in the last few days, I used these shapes for cutouts or for Gelli Plate prints, and I created more material. Sometimes when you create a lot of material and you have a lot of choices, it gets a little bit difficult to make a choice or to make a selection. So to achieve my goal, to accomplish this project, I decided to start with a very small design. So I wanted to use these 4 shapes and these 4 shapes for a very simple square design. And I recreated these shapes with black cardstock. I will scan it and vectorize it and create square design, maybe with some text like create your own story. That's one of my favorites. And put it on a coffee mug. And then I have my personal coffee mug design. So once I did that, I know I'm finished with the project. I accomplished my goal. I have a digital file. So then I'm free to experiment with the rest. But I want to experiment with intention. I think it gives my work more direction. And so I decided to flip through a book with Alexander Girard's designs. And I love most of his pattern designs, but I chose 3 as inspiration. So the first one is this cutout design. It's very light. It has playful shapes. It has a lot of negative space. That's what I like. I don't want the pattern design to be heavy with a lot solid color. I love the lightness. I love how he, arranges big shapes with very small shapes. And there is always, white space. It's never too heavy. Okay, so I want to look at this pattern design and to when I choose my shapes for pattern design. So the next one is this one, a very simple one, just one shape in different colors with a geometric arrangement. It's just squares. And it looks static at first sight, but I would say through the colors or the color choices he made, it looks dynamic again, because you look around and you find all these beautiful colors, and it's not boring at all, and that's art, right? I mean, very simple shape. The arrangement is also very simple, and it's still such a beautiful and interesting pattern. So I want to use it as inspiration for one shape that I have, and I want to try to use color contrast as, to make the pattern more interesting. So the last design I want to show you is this one. And I love it because it has also a very simple shape. They differ. It's not always the same shape, but I love the color palette. I love the negative space. It has movement, and it's very interesting. And it looks so simple, but I love looking at it. So it's another important inspiration to say it doesn't have to be crazy. It doesn't have to have thousands of elements to make it work. It's just about the arrangement and very subtle changes in the direction of the shape, or how it's bent here to the left and here to the right, and how he added the warm blue colors here to make it more interesting. So that's my inspiration for the pattern design. I want to create, and I want to use Gelli Plate prints for that. I think they offer, shapes that invite you to play. I don't know why. It feels like this to me. So I have a black print, a ghost print. It's just, rectangles. I have this birdie. It looks like a bird. This S shape, or it looks like a bird. And I think maybe I will create a bird pattern, like Alexander Girard created a pattern with this simple flower shape. I can think of that. So here, very simple shapes, nothing crazy. This is my first selection, and I will work with that. I will scan it and work most probably with Affinity Designer. I haven't decided yet. I had a Photoshop subscription, but I haven't used it so much, so I cancelled. Although I like Photoshop very much, but it's, if you don't use it, it's really not worth paying monthly. So I will think about it, and I will use most probably Affinity Designer on my iPad to create the pattern. So next week I will show you my coffee mug design. Even if it's ugly, I will show you, because that's my main goal, to have a finished artwork. And then I will show you how I created a pattern design inspired by Alexander Girard with these shapes. So I hope to see you next week here. If you like checklists, I created a checklist for this step of the process. So to remind us that it is, the most important part is to really make a choice, and not to get stuck with so much material. Just make a selection and go from there with a very simple design, and then get a little bit more complex. Okay, that's the plan for the next week, and I wish you a beautiful weekend, and I hope to see you next week. Bye.